Welcome to this micro-learning module on operations management. In the next few minutes, we will introduce the core ideas that guide how organizations design, run, and improve their production and service systems, explain why operations matter to business performance, and preview practical tools and strategies you can apply to streamline workflows and boost efficiency. This slide outlines the topics we will cover, from an introduction and operations strategy through process design, supply chain, and inventory management, quality, capacity, and facility layout, scheduling and workforce planning, to digital transformation and current trends, giving you a roadmap for the practical concepts and techniques featured in the course. Operations management is about designing, overseeing, and improving the systems that create goods and deliver services. It focuses on optimizing workflows, allocating resources efficiently, and reducing waste, while pulling ideas from engineering, economics, and management. The images here highlight teamwork and process mapping, reminding us that improvements combine people, tools, and clear procedures. Good operations create clear competitive advantages by boosting productivity and cutting costs, while also improving customer satisfaction through timely delivery and better quality. Strong operational practices support financial performance by lowering expenses and protecting margins. So investing in operations is really investing in the company's market position and long-term viability. Operations management has evolved from industrial revolution mechanics to scientific management techniques and now to digitally enabled systems. Early standardization and machinery set the foundation. Taylor's methods introduced measurement and productivity focus, and today, data analytics and automation are driving a new era of agile, information-driven operations across industries. To be effective, operations must align with broader business goals. That means designing processes to support strategy, setting measurable performance metrics for efficiency and quality, and allocating resources to meet growth and scalability needs. When operations and corporate objectives are connected, decisions become clearer, and priorities stay consistent across the organization. When shaping operations strategy, organizations choose priorities like cost efficiency, quality enhancement, speed and flexibility, or a focus on innovation. Each priority requires different investments and trade-offs, so leaders must balance these aims to match market demands, using process design and technology to deliver the chosen competitive promise reliably. Core competencies in operations include deep process knowledge, smart technology integration, ongoing talent development, and unique capabilities that set a company apart. Building these strengths means training teams, adopting automation and analytics, and protecting proprietary practices or service approaches that together create durable operational advantages in the marketplace. Processes come in many forms and each fits different business needs. Continuous processes suit high-volume, standardized production. Batch systems work well for moderate volume and customization. Job shops support small runs of specialized items, and assembly lines maximize output for products with minimal variation. Choosing the right type affects cost, lead time, and flexibility. Process analysis uses practical tools to reveal bottlenecks and improvement opportunities. Flowcharting maps steps visually. Value stream mapping separates value added from waste. Pareto analysis highlights the vital few issues, and simulation software lets you test changes in a virtual environment before committing resources, reducing costly errors in real operations. Improving processes relies on proven approaches like lean principles to remove waste, Six Sigma for data-driven defect reduction, Kaizen for continuous small improvements, and benchmarking to learn from industry leaders. Combining these techniques helps teams reduce variability, raise quality, and embed a continuous improvement mindset across daily operations. A supply chain has four key components: procurement of raw materials, production that transforms inputs into finished goods, distribution channels that deliver products to customers, and the information flows that connect and coordinate those activities. The diagrams and images on this slide emphasize how visibility and communication underpin every step for reliable fulfillment. Integration across the supply chain means aligning processes, sharing technology, planning collaboratively, and building trust with partners. When suppliers, manufacturers, and retailers coordinate forecasts and schedules and use common systems, delays and inefficiencies drop, transparency improves, and stakeholders can respond faster to changing demand or disruptions. Managing supply chain risks starts with identifying vulnerabilities, such as geopolitical instability or supplier shortages, then building contingency plans and diversifying sources. Real-time monitoring tools help detect and respond to issues quickly, and strict regulatory compliance protects operations from legal or financial penalties while maintaining safe and reliable supply flows. Inventory comes in several forms. Raw materials used to begin production, work in progress that sits between stages, finished goods ready for sale, and maintenance inventory for spare parts. The warehouse image here illustrates how careful classification and control of these types supports production continuity while minimizing holding costs and obsolescence risks. Inventory control techniques balance ordering and holding costs while meeting demand. Economic order quantity helps calculate optimal order sizes. Just-in-time minimizes storage by replenishing only when needed, and ABC analysis segments items by value and importance, so managers can prioritize control efforts and focus resources on the most critical stock items. Inventory management faces common challenges such as inaccurate demand forecasting that causes overstocking or stockouts, supply chain disruptions that delay fulfillment, rising storage costs from excess inventory, and poor tracking that creates mismatches between recorded and physical stock. Effective systems and forecasting methods are essential to mitigate these risks and protect margins. Total quality management centers on the customer, continuous improvement, employee involvement, and a process-centered mindset. TQM encourages organizations to prioritize customer expectations, empower staff to identify improvements, refine workflows to reduce waste, and consistently measure outcomes, so quality becomes an integral part of daily operations rather than an afterthought. Quality control uses practical tools to keep processes stable and defects low. Pareto analysis focuses on the most impactful issues. Statistical process control monitors variation with control charts. Cause and effect diagrams help trace root causes of defects, and checklists ensure critical steps are completed consistently to maintain product and service standards. ISO standards like ISO 9001 for quality management and ISO 14001 for environmental practices provide frameworks to build consistent, efficient, and sustainable operations. Achieving certification helps earn stakeholder trust, improve operational consistency, and drives continuous compliance and performance improvements through regular assessments and structured processes. Determining capacity requirements begins with accurate demand forecasting and assessing current resource availability, including equipment, personnel, and technology. Scalability analysis evaluates how easily capacity can expand, while cost-effectiveness balances investment against utilization to avoid both underuse and costly overcapacity, ensuring the operation can meet demand reliably. Facility layout should prioritize workflow efficiency, smart space utilization, safety, and material handling. Designing a layout that minimizes unnecessary movement, provides flexibility for future changes, incorporates adequate safety measures, and positions equipment and storage strategically will reduce lead times, lower costs, and create a safer, more productive workplace environment. Capacity expansion strategies include incremental growth to match demand in manageable steps, outsourcing to handle overflow without heavy capital investment, technology upgrades to boost productivity within existing space, and facility expansion when long-term demand justifies larger physical capacity. Each option needs careful forecasting and cost-benefit analysis before execution. Scheduling techniques help keep operations on track and responsive. Gantt charts provide visual timelines for planning and tracking tasks. Just-in-time scheduling aligns production with demand to reduce waste. The critical path method identifies essential tasks and dependencies, and agile scheduling allows frequent adjustments for projects with changing requirements. Workforce planning matches people to the work that needs to be done through demand forecasting, skill-based allocation, succession planning, and hiring flexibility. Estimating future staffing needs, assigning tasks to those with right competencies, preparing replacements for key roles, and using temporary or part-time workers where appropriate keeps operations responsive and cost-effective. Balancing workloads requires clear task prioritization, resource leveling to smooth peaks, cross-training to increase team flexibility, and technology that optimizes assignments and tracks capacity. Together, these approaches prevent bottlenecks, reduce overburdening of staff, and allow organizations to maintain steady, predictable workflows during both routine and peak periods. Digital transformation and Industry 4 introduce automation, IoT, integration, data analytics, and a renewed focus on cybersecurity into operations. Robotics and AI boost efficiency, sensors enable real-time monitoring, big data drives smarter decisions, and protecting operational data becomes critical as systems connect, making security part of any digital upgrade plan. Sustainability in operations focuses on using resources more efficiently, adopting circular economy practices like recycling and remanufacturing, sourcing ethically to avoid social and environmental harm, and reducing carbon emissions through renewable energy and lean practices. These strategies lower environmental impact while often creating cost savings and improving brand reputation. Global operations bring challenges, including complex multi-tier supply chains that require tight coordination, differing regulatory requirements across countries, and cultural differences that affect how business is conducted. The images on this slide remind us that success in global operations depends on clear communication, local knowledge, and flexible systems that respect regional variations.